Yeah, Sadie's just crashed out and having a nap in the aircon, so I thought take this opportunity to film our Q&A video for 6 months on the road.
So welcome everyone. Hope you're all doing well, and thanks for tuning in. I think we're just going to kick it off. Well, where are we? We're at Monkey Mia.
We're in Monkey Mia.
We've
been here for a week now.
Yeah, been here for a week. It's we're about to keep heading south in a couple of days. So we're looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Our next thing that we've got like booked in is Perth for my nan and granddad to visit. So that's pretty exciting. But yeah, we're just hanging out at Monkey Mia. It's absolutely beautiful, and it's a bit hot though. All right.
Flies.
Yeah, flies, everything. All right. So we're just going to kick it off. How's the van going? Also, how are your batteries and solar holding up? So the van is doing absolutely awesome. We love it. It's handled everything we've thrown at it.
It's taken us everywhere that we want to go.
Yeah, it's done really well. Like,
the suspension in it.
Yeah,
it's probably the best.
The suspension's like the best thing we could have done. Yeah. It saved this van. Because yeah, we've actually taken it down some pretty rough stuff, and it hasn't shown any sign of even being off-road yet. So yeah, it's good. It's all holding up really well. I'm very happy. Batteries and solar, they're doing. It's good as well. Yeah, our whole setup's just flawless. Like, it's just performed really well. We can't ask any more from it.
We haven't had any issues.
We've always got
like running out of power or anything.
No, we've always got heaps of power. I mean, the solar. If I could have one more panel, I would. But it is
for those like overcast days.
Yeah, it is really good the way it is now. So, yeah, it's handled really well. I probably wouldn't change too much. Like, I wouldn't change anything with our battery setup and solar. It's all fine.
We can always use the air fryer whenever we want.
Yeah.
Chuck the aircon on, even like when we're off grid for a few hours, we can chuck the aircon on if it's really hot.
Yeah.
It's got like everything we need.
Yeah, it cranks. The Enerdrive stuff is like so freaking good. If you can do it, highly recommend. The Enerdrive is like flawless. We haven't had one issue with it. I see a lot of videos about positive travel. Do you have any negatives? I'd say the biggest negative is getting homesick.
Yeah, we've been feeling it a bit lately. Don't know if it's just like a timing thing, like because it's been 6 months.
It's been a long time.
Or what it is, but we've been thinking about home a bit lately.
Yeah.
And like we're still excited to be doing the trip, but we're also excited to get home to see everyone. Yeah. Negatives, I don't know. Negative, I don't know if it's a negative, but Sadie makes a lot of friends, which is a positive, but then we also have to leave them like
straight away.
Yeah, like she'll meet a friend, she'll have a good friend for a few days.
Literally got one right here.
And then we'll have to go our separate ways, and she takes it to heart a bit.
She does, yeah.
And
it's heartbreaking.
So yeah, like you meet heaps of cool people, but then you go your separate ways, and it's kind of a bit of
It's even tough on us, eh?
Yeah, sometimes.
We met some really good people in Exmouth, and it was tough to leave them. Because you sort of just, I don't know what it is, maybe it's just being on the road together, like you just sort of click real quick, you got plenty of stuff to talk about, you're interested in the same thing, and it's like, you know, you make friends really easy on the road. Favourite campsite so far? We both agree it's South Lefroy.
South Lefroy on the Ningaloo, absolutely beautiful. And we did quite a few camps, like on the Ningaloo. Some people only get to do 1 or 2, and we did
all of them pretty much. Well, we did all the major ones.
Yeah.
Windabandy, North Lefroy, South Lefroy, Point Billy. They're all the major ones on that Lefroy Bay, I guess it is.
And then we did day trips to like Osprey and Turquoise Bay and stuff. But
yeah, we got to see most of them.
We both just hands down love South Lefroy.
Yeah.
Or the snorkeling like on your doorstep. We had a great day in the tinny. We had great weather there.
We just had an awesome week,
It was so good.
Wicked.
Yeah, that's our favourite campsite.
Definitely. Yeah.
People say it's a hard question, but that's just like
maybe
not
because
that
it's
hard.
so fresh to us. Like
Yeah.
it's not that long ago, but worst campsite so far. It's a tough one because Kakadu.
It is really tough. But the only one I can think
You've
of
mentioned Kakadu
to say
before.
is the campground that we had at Kakadu, because it was just
Was that Merle?
infested, yeah,
Merle
with
campground?
mosquitoes.
The
You
Mozzies.
could not be outside, and even just quickly go outside to get something, you'd be covered. Like your clothing would be covered in them. Like it was not good. So that was Merle campground in Kakadu.
Yeah. I mean,
We haven't actually like stayed anywhere that we hated.
no. Or if we did, it was like one night. We just move on.
Yeah.
No. I think that's our worst. The one that we said was just like crap. Let's leave.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll leave it at that. Most you paid for fuel. It's around the $2.70, $2.80 for 91. So yeah, I don't envy the diesel drivers. They're always dearer. But there's a few towns where they're just like, you know, it's sort of like right in the middle. There's no other fuel around. Everyone has to stop there, and they just go boom, whack it right up because you don't have a choice unless you got long range tank and all that. So, I mean, I don't blame them. They're just raking it in at the moment, but pretty sad for us travellers. Yeah, so I think it's around that $2.80, I think I remember. But I purposely don't look at it. It upsets me. What would you have done differently before setting off? Finish the build and have everything done. Even like, if you can think of it, if you think maybe you'll want it later on, just get it done. If you're in a major town, so much easier, so much cheaper. Like
Yeah,
we did the snorkel on the road,
Yeah.
the caravan on the road, and it's always $100, $200, $300 dearer.
And it's just harder because you're travelling, so
Yeah,
you've
it's
got to
harder.
wait around to.
Yeah, that's
You don't know where you're going to be, and then they'll say something's going to be 2 weeks away, but then it's 4 weeks away, and yeah.
Yeah, it's more unpredictable in the remote towns because you're relying on like maybe one courier driver that comes and goes. We had a bit of trouble with the snorkel. It wasn't quite there when we needed it, and we left town, and then it followed us for a bit, and then it finally caught up to us in Broome. But the guy we dealt with, I think it's like A1 Auto Parts, I think it was in Kununurra. Was it Kununurra?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was really good. Like he made sure that we got our snorkel, and he organised it all. He's awesome. So yeah, just finish your builds. Just get it all done before you leave home.
Probably buy the tinny at home.
Yeah, like the tinny. You know, that was probably $1,000 overpriced. Yeah.
Not too much that we would have done differently.
No, I'm happy. Like we got the van all done.
Yeah.
There's a couple little things like the caravan and the snorkel, but we did get most of it done before we left home. How is the patrol going? It's going really well. Got a few little scratches on it and stuff, but that's expected. When we get home, we'll get it cleaned right up. It'll be beautiful, but
It handles everything.
It loves it.
Just
Got a few little pinstripes because it's a bit wide, but the GVM and everything, like it just makes it so firm on the roads. You don't get knocked around by trucks or overtaking people. It's just like
it's so comfortable.
the most.
So much room.
Yeah.
I'm so happy that we went with the patrol for this trip.
Yeah. It's just like, as far as towing and stuff, it's probably the most planted vehicle that I've ever driven, apart from our F truck. That was big as well, but it just handles it so well. Like the van doesn't push it around. It's a thing we found with the small dual cabs, is they just get knocked around a lot. So yeah, I reckon the patrols and we've heard bad things about the 200s too. Tanika and Matt said that their 200 gets pushed around, but I think the Patrol's just firm, does exactly what you want, and we cannot fault the Patrol. It's awesome. Favourite mod would have to be the suspension. We got the pre-Rego GVM from DMW, 4.5 ton, and yeah, it's friggin' awesome, mate. They did everything we wanted. We told them what weights we're going to have in the car and everything, and they spring matched everything, and it just handles really well. So the suspension is my favourite mod. 9.9 horsepower thoughts. Is it worth the weight? This is tinny engine. Is it worth the weight and saving cost? I would say no. It's undersized for the boat, especially with all of us in it. I have mentioned that in, I think it's the South Lefroy episode, that I wasn't happy with the setup. So yeah, my probably the biggest thing, if you take anything from the video, is just max out your boat. If it can handle 25, put a 25. If it can handle 15, do a 15. I regret having putting a smaller motor on it. And yeah, thinking I'll save a bit of money and a bit of weight to lift in and out of the car. Stupid move, mate. Don't do it. Learn from me. Learn from my mistakes.
It might suit other people, but
I don't want to say it will. If it's one single person,
yeah,
fine, perfect.
Small person.
What? Or two small people, you're saying? No, but like, as far as like mum, dad,
you wouldn't want to, yeah, have a little family day out in it. It just doesn't work.
It's just not safe, in my opinion. I've got a note here, tinny update to go with this.
So yeah, we weren't happy with the 9.9, so we were going to
sell
the motor,
buy
get a bigger motor.
Yep. Put an ad on Facebook Marketplace. We were looking at getting about like 2.5 grand, trying to get 2.5 grand for the motor. Then we would have had to spend another 2 to get a 15, and someone just came out and said, I'll buy the whole setup. And I was like, fine, take it. I'm over it. You know, like, brand new setup and everything, it'll suit them really well. But I think as far as like the rest of our trip between now and home,
I think we've had the most use. We've gotten the most use out of it this trip, like as much as we're going to, I think. Yeah,
we're not going to be parked up on it.
It's not convenient to take the boat out unless you're parked up on the beach for a week. You can take it off for a week and just. But yeah, we don't have a trailer, so like
that's probably
being at a caravan park and then or wherever you are and having to drive to the boat ramp, it's just not really an option. Yeah,
that is another good point though. If you do have rooftop tinny, try and get yourself one of those foldable trailers, and it will actually allow you to use it a lot more. Whereas we have to find somewhere that'll let us launch on the beach pretty much.
Yeah.
But even a boat ramp, you can't really do it. Like
we used it. We had it for the Ningaloo, which was a main like destination where we wanted to have the tinny.
That was our whole highlight.
So we got our use out of it.
Yeah.
We were probably gonna cart it all the way back to Brisbane and hardly use it, then not get much for it.
We were sort of planning on getting rid of it when we get home anyway, because it was sort of meant just for the trip. So we're going to lose a lot more money at home on that setup too, so it made sense for us to sell it now. It's gone. They will still be fishing, but not out of our tinny, unfortunately. How did you crash the drone? Just pilot error.
Power lines.
Yeah, well, I mean, I crashed into power lines, but
you knew you were there.
Yeah, into some power lines, so just flew it straight into them. Not a care in the world.
And then he goes, we crashed the drone, like I had something to do with it.
We were all there. We're all part of it as a family.
Yeah, so power lines.
Don't crash into power lines, they do not like it.
The only power lines, like, we're in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. Sorry guys, our GoPro keeps overheating. We'll try and move on. If you get lower money, will you do some bricklaying to supplement your travels? Hell to the no. I'm not doing it.
Nope.
We're going to be home in, 5-6 months anyway, so plenty of work to be done there when I get home. Do not plan on working on the road at all. So, yeah, that's an easy one to answer. Any thoughts about baby number 2? No, because baby number 1 keeps us on our toes, which is good. We're very happy the way things are.
Yeah, we're happy with one.
Yeah, as much as everyone thought we're coming home with another one, we're happy.
Yeah, we're happy with one.
Sorry, I thought the GoPro battery went flooding. Are you still loving it? And what have you both really struggled with? We are loving it.
Still loving it.
But the biggest thing we've struggled with lately is that we've slowed down too much.
Yeah.
We're getting a little bit bored. We planned too far in front and we were locked into a lot of different spots and areas, and it's just sort of like knocked the wind out of the sails, if you know what I mean. So
we enjoy it more when we're moving a bit more frequently.
Yeah, you get to explore more, you get to see more, and when you slow right down, you're sort of seeing the same stuff over and over again.
Yeah, like we've been in this one area for maybe 3 weeks.
Yeah.
2.5, 3 weeks. We've seen all there is to see, and while it is beautiful, we're keen to move on.
Keen to see more. I think that's what you travel for, eh?
Yeah.
To see new stuff. So yeah, that's what we're struggling with at the moment. Is a little bit of boredom. I know it sounds like silly, but yeah, we're just a little bit bored.
Yeah, we've been every now and then lately. We're like, we talk about.
Apologies if the video is a bit choppy. The GoPro keeps dying. It's so hot.
It's so hot, so it keeps turning off. So we were at the question, what are you both struggling with?
Yeah.
For me, it's self-motivation to keep active, work out. I used to love going to the gym like 3 times a week or whatever, and yeah, I just find it really hard now. There's no routine, there's no gym. I know heaps of people do their own little workouts and stuff, but it's the motivation, and yeah, that's what I struggle with. Because I want to have a routine, I guess. We started doing it and we've dropped off, so
I dropped off a lot faster than you did.
Yeah, I stuck at it for a bit more, but
I was like 2 or 3 workouts. I'm like, why am I even doing this?
Yeah.
I don't do it at home. We're going to do it now.
Just having that bit of a routine where you can
bit of normality.
Yeah. Do your exercises and eat healthy. And at the moment, we keep going over to the restaurant this week because there's not much else to do here.
Yeah.
And it's so hot, you don't feel like cooking in the van, and I don't know.
Gross.
So we just go over there, we have ice cream, we have hot chips, blah blah.
Yeah, it's been awesome.
But I mean, that's only 1 week out of the whole. Whenever we go somewhere like a major town, we splurge a bit, and then we'll go off grid for a couple of weeks, and we're really
then starve ourselves.
starving for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So it evens out, but yeah, I'd like to be able to.
It's a very healthy diet.
Yeah. one extreme to the other. So yeah, there's no routine at all. So,
and finally, future plans. So I'm gonna say, well, our plans are we're gonna be on the road for another 5 months or so. We're probably gonna be home at the end of March around Brisbane again, and yeah, that'll be the end of our lap. It'll be all done and dusted, which is fine. We sort of plan to be on the road for 12 to 18 months, and yeah, we're happy to go home in a few months and regroup. We're going to shuffle a few things around. Won't tell you too much right now because it's still very up in the air, but yeah, this is going to be a little bit of.
We're going to do more trips around Queensland, Cape York, New South Wales,
Yeah, there's plenty of stuff to see.
We punched over the west side fast because it's the other side of the country, so you can't just get up and go there whenever we want.
Yeah.
So when we do get home, we'll do a lot more exploring around the east side.
Yeah.
East coast.
Still plenty to
Heaps
see.
of trips.
We got a few local trips that I want to do. Like I want to take you guys over to Fraser, show you my favourite spots. And yeah, Cape York. I want to do Cape York around August next year. So if any of you guys are keen, drop it in the comments. We're happy to have any of you guys along. If you watch the channel and support us and stuff, then you know we'd be more than welcome for you guys to come along, have some beers, have a camp out, and just like, you know, catch up, get to know each other. So yeah, Cape York.
We don't know when that will be, but
I'm sort of thinking around August next year. So but yeah, we've still got plenty of stuff that we're going to keep the channel growing and everything. We're really enjoying the side of traveling, and yeah, we're not leaving you guys. All right, the GoPro keeps shutting down, and I feel like I'm about to shut down as well out here in the heat. So we're going to wrap up the video.
Yeah.
Thanks.
If you have any more questions, send them through. We'll do another video, or we'll just answer your questions in the comments.
Yep. Also, if you want to do something a bit different, if you jump on our TikTok and ask us anything question related, we'll do like a live video reply to your questions. So that could be exciting. It's a new little thing we're trying. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for, if you guys enjoyed it, liking, subscribing to the channel. And yeah, we'll see you around. See you on the next episode.